I checked into the Hotel Non-Dormant on March 4th, 1920. It's been 100 years. 100 long, lonely years. I came with my wife Matilda and our daughter Lillian. We came here to visit my brother John and take Lillian to her first Broadway play. The hotel sat in the heart of Manhattan then, but it has since visited many different places. I've seen Paris, Berlin, Moscow, Rome, Cairo, and many more. But I have never been able to leave the hotel grounds. We saw the play and everything went great, but when the morning came to check out, something happened. I found a note on an old piece of parchment. It described the worst fate imaginable. I was intrigued, and I read all the way through. When I was finished, I couldn't bring myself to leave the hotel. Not that I didn't want to, I physically couldn't. I stepped from the bathroom and found myself on the other side. I could see my wife and daughter walking around. They were looking for me. They looked for hours. Watching my wife go into hysteria was intolerable. I can't imagine what she went through. Your husband goes into the bathroom for a morning shave and never exits? About 5 years later, I stumbled across the newspaper and saw the announcement. She was remarrying. Some 50 years later, I found her eulogy. Not one day had passed that I didn't cry to be with my family again. But even amongst this pain and torture, today I have a reason to rejoice. You see, I am trapped here. I am the permanent guest in room 2099. The last 100 years have been my own unique personal hell. I cannot sleep. I cannot eat. For a century I have neither enjoyed the nourishment of food or slumber. Despite this, I am tired and hungry. If I eat, I am simply engulfed with terrible cramps and nausea, and I simply cannot sleep. Not a wink. My nights are dark and companionless, regardless of who else is in the room. The sun is painfully blinding. Even the dim hallway lights are enough to leave me without visions for days if I don't guard my eyes. The hotel looks the same, for the most part, but every person that comes in looks evil. Evil grins and oversized eyes follow me, yet I remain unseen. These innermost demons of the guests whisper to me in the night. They tell me about the horrible things they are going to do to my wife and my daughter, and mock my pain. But even amongst this pain and torture, today I have a reason to rejoice. Despite the hotel having the same look, everything is damp. The carpet squishes beneath my feet with every step, and black, oily water has stained my clothes and skin. The room smells of mold and still water. When I come too close to a guest, I can smell their pungence of their inner decay. They are walking corpses with an air of corrosion and death. I cannot feel anything but pain. The slightest tactile sensation is excruciating. I am either hot or cold, always to an extreme. Bathing is an impossibility. The water burns my skin and leaves it blistered. If I use cold water, I will shiver and my skin will crack. Even the simplest act of walking or turning the doorknob feels like a painful continuous vibration, drowning my limbs in a sea of pins and needles. Even if I remain in bed, I can feel thousands of tiny feet dancing on my skin, the tingle of microscopic organisms crossing great distances, comparatively, over my body. But even amongst this pain and torture, today I have a reason to rejoice. You see, today is a day to celebrate, because my 100 years are complete, and the curse is lifted. You have set me free, and I thank you. For having read all the way through, you have now allowed us to trade places. Welcome to the other side.